So today I am joined in the lab by none other than NBA star Grant Hill. Grant, thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, no, thanks. Thank you for having me.
So I see that you've teamed up with Clorox to help spread a little bit of awareness about MRSA or MRSA through Stop MRSA.now.org. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, also involved with Clorox and the Stop MRSA Coalition is the Swap Me Sports. But yeah, we have teamed up and we have a great website, which you just mentioned, where you can learn a great deal about MRSA and what it can do. I know personally I had a MRSA infection 7 years ago. It was unbelievably scary. I almost died. And I don't want anybody to go through that.
And one of the frightening things about MRSA is it's becoming increasingly widespread. I mean, we're seeing it in all kinds of environments all across the country.
You're right. I mean, in the past, you've seen MRSA in hospital settings, and now you're seeing them all over in health clubs, and schools, playgrounds, gymnasiums. And not to be paranoid or to live in fear, but if you do the simple things, and I'll share them with you. Of course, obviously, you want to wash your hands with soap and water. That's always a great thing. You want to use a bleach-like solution to wash hard surfaces. You want to cover your cuts with bandages and make sure you keep the Band-Aids on until your cuts are healed. You don't want to play dirty. You want to make sure that you wash your athletic clothing after every use. You don't want to share towels or razors or things of that nature. And if you can do those types of things, then obviously you're really preventing and doing a great chance of eliminating your risk of contracting MRSA.
And we should point out that MRSA it's a antibiotic-resistant strep infection, isn't that? Am I characterizing that the right way?
A staph infection, an antibiotic-resistant staph infection.
And one of the populations that's at risk with this particular infection is, of course, young athletes, and that's got to be a group that's close to your heart. I know it is with me. But this is kind of a tough sell to those young, particularly boys I'm thinking about. Can you think of anything that we might say to these young athletes to help them, not get teased about this kind of behavior?
When I was young and in middle school, high school, if you had a cut, you didn't put a Band-Aid on it. It was like you're showing you're cool or you're tough. But we have to, forget about being cool and tough and let's be smart. I think the thing is, look, professional athletes do it. We have all types of information in our locker rooms now, and we have all types of precautionary measures that the team and the league sort of reinforce. And, hey, we're doing it. So should you. So should these kids. As a parent, I have kids. They're into sports. They're young, but they already know as much as most kids know about MRSA, and they'll continue to know. If you do what I said, those steps, the washing your hands and you're gonna have more friends. If you're clean, I think it's cool to be clean and to be popular, and I think that's one way to do it.
What's surprising that as dads today, dads are being asked to do a whole slew of things that their dads didn't have to do, and well, here's just one more. Be mindful of these things as they pertain to hygiene, because they're really gonna protect you from a potentially very serious medical problem. So dads in new roles, don't you think?
Well, that's true. Dads, we do have new roles, and I know I'm probably do a lot more different things than what my father did, but that's the world we live in now and the times that we're in. And this is just another thing to put on the list. But this is important. This could be deadly. And there's plenty of examples of young children who didn't have this message or who didn't follow these steps and unfortunately died.
Well, it is a very important message. I want to remind people the website is Stop MRSA Now, stopmrsanow.org. Lots of great information at that website. You can hear from Grant on the website, and there's also great information for parents there, so I want to encourage you to visit that site. Thank you, Grant, very much for being on DadLabs today, and thanks to the good folks at Clorox for helping to spread this message.
All right. I appreciate it, and thank you for having me on.
You bet. Take care. That was Grant Hill, NBA star on DadLabs. I'm serious. Go check out his website. We'll see you next time here in the lab.